In this video, I'm going to walk you through all of Navy Federal's mortgage as well as home equity loans as well as home equity line of credit programs. And by the end of this video, my goal is to help you see why Navy Federal should be your first choice if you want to save money as well as build a positive relationship with the most powerful credit union in America. So I have personally worked in the mortgage industry for the past 3.5 years, and I could confidently say that the mortgage options that we offer at our office don't compare to the mortgage options that Navy Federal Credit Union offers. Now, I'm not sponsored by Navy Federal, nor do I get paid a commission to talk about their products. I just personally feel that they have really great options for their members at competitive rates, and it should be talked about more, especially here on YouTube. Hey YouTube, my name is Art. First and foremost, thanks for clicking on this video. And then secondly, if you find value in this video, do me a favor and smash that subscribe button as well as that like button. Now, before I jump into their loan options, I just want to reiterate that Navy Federal is not open to everyone. So if you're thinking about joining Navy Federal, you do have to be in the military or be a spouse or a direct family member of somebody who is currently or formerly served in the military or the Department of Defense. And there are also other ways of getting into Navy Federal, but I don't want to go into detail in this video. But I do want to go into detail about their mortgage options, starting with their VA loan. Now, at the time of me shooting this video, Navy Federal's VA loans are starting at 5.75% for 15 years. But if you're seeking a 30-year option, their starting rate is at 6.25%. But again, that's at the time of me shooting this video. Now, chances are that if you're watching this video in the future, the current interest rates will differ. So if you want to view the current interest rates for the VA loan program as well as all of their other mortgage options, visit NavyFederal.org. But just so we're clear, Navy Federal has a industry low VA rate in comparison to Quicken Loans, which is sitting at 6.375% for 15 years, or even USAA's VA rate, which is currently sitting at 6.5%. Now again, Navy Federal starting rate is going to be at 5.75% for 15 years, but it is at a cost of 3/4 of a point. So let's do the math. If you bought a home that costs $500,000, which is $500,000 with no money down, the cost to acquire a rate at 5.75 would cost you $3,750. But you can always opt for a higher rate in exchange for no discount points at closing. Now, Navy Federal's VA home loan program is reserved for active as well as retired military personnel because the brave men and women who have served their country in the name of freedom deserve their slice of pie when it comes to home ownership. So with the benefits of zero down options, you'll also enjoy no private mortgage insurance, seller contribution up to 4%, and higher debt to income ratios when applying for a mortgage. Now, Navy Federal doesn't advertise this on their website, nor will they tell you this on the phone, but you don't have to have perfect credit in order to apply for the VA home loan program. If you have a credit score in the low 600s, apply and potentially be accepted for this home loan program. So if you're active or retired military, look into Navy Federal's VA home loan program. Next up is going to be the military choice loan. Now, Navy Federal's military choice loan is great for active as well as retired military members who already have a VA loan. A lot of homebuyers in the military use their VA loan to buy their first property so they could capitalize on the low interest rate. And if they have to move, they either sell their property or they turn that property into a rental and leaving their VA loan intact. Now, since you're only allowed one VA home loan at a time unless you receive permanent change of station orders, the military choice loan is the next best option. Some of the benefits of the military choice loan are going to be no down payment at the time of purchase of a primary residence. If you didn't know, a primary residence is going to be a home that you'll be living in, so technically you can't rent this out at the time of purchase. Another benefit is that the co-borrower on this loan doesn't have to be your spouse, nor even be in the military. So if you're thinking of buying a house with your boyfriend or girlfriend, or maybe even your brother and sister, you could refinance yourself off of the loan a few years later when you have enough equity in the home. And last but not least, when it comes to benefits, is you do have the option of putting 3% down during the time of purchase of a property, which will allow you to waive your funding fee of 1.75% of your total loan amount, as well as decrease your overall interest rate when it comes to the overall loan. Now let's talk about some of the fees and fine print. Number one, all choice loans require a 1% origination fee, which may be waived for a 0.25% increase in the overall interest rate. Number two, all choice loans are subject to a funding fee of 1.75% of the loan amount. This funding fee may be financed up to the maximum allowed loan amount, or the fee may be waived for a 0.35% increase in the overall interest rate. Now, when it comes to military type loans, you're always going to see that quote unquote funding fee, and it's typically going to be at 1.75%. So don't think that this is exclusive to Navy Federal's mortgage options. It's also at other banks as well too that offer military type loans. Now, the military choice loan does have a slightly higher interest rate in comparison to the VA, which is sitting at 7.375% at the time of me shooting this video. video for 30 years. But it does come with Navy Federal's infamous no refi rate drop, which allows you to drop the interest rate when the market drops for a flat fee of $250. So you get to skip out on paying thousands of dollars if you want to refinance in the future. However, in order to be eligible for the no refi rate drop, number one, the reduced rate must be 0.25% lower than your existing rate. Number two, your loan must be current with no more than one 30-day late in a 6-month period. Number three, you must have made 6 consecutive monthly payments from closing or origination of the loan. And number four, no active or pending bankruptcies within the last 6 months. The next loan is going to be Navy Federal's conventional loan. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on Navy Federal's conventional loan because it is very similar to other conventional loans that other banks have to offer. However, what does set Navy Federal's conventional loan apart is their competitively low interest rate at 6% for 15 years, or their jumbo loan starting at 6.875 for 30 years. Now, another thing that's great about Navy Federal's conventional loan is that they'll actually service the loan after origination, as opposed to other banks. When they originate a conventional loan, they'll sell that loan on the secondary market to somebody else. So if you need help with your loan, all you have to do is pick up the phone and call Navy Federal's mortgage department, and they'll be able to service you, as opposed to other banks, they'll send you to a third-party loan servicer. And this is very helpful because if another event happens like it did in 2020, Navy Federal will be more willing to work with you if you need a forbearance or a modification when it comes to your loan in the event of a pandemic. Now, the same thing goes for their adjustable rate mortgages with Navy Federal. Nothing special here aside from their competitive rates, just like the conventional home loan product. Now, Navy Federal offers a 5/5 adjustable rate mortgage. What this means is that the interest rate will remain fixed for the first 5 years, and then after that 5th year, it will adjust up or down depending on what the market offers, and then it will adjust again every 5 years thereafter. Okay, so let's talk about their infamous Homebuyer's Choice loan. Now, this is their zero down loan for non-military members. So if you're a member of Navy Federal and you're not in the military, but you do want to take advantage of a zero down 100% finance home loan option, then this home loan option is for you. Rates start in the 7s, but there is no private mortgage insurance, and it does come with the no refinance rate drop feature. Other conventional loans do come with private mortgage insurance because the investors who purchase these loans on the secondary market want some type of extra insurance. But since Navy Federal services their loans in-house, you get to save more. And even with the rates starting in the 7s, every 6 months you get to drop your interest rate for a flat fee of $250. But remember, the market interest rate must drop 0.25% or more in order to take advantage of this feature, so definitely keep an eye out on the interest rates. Now, this loan is a great option, and it is popular because it is the only loan that I know that offers 100% financing to non-military members without having to add a second mortgage at a higher interest rate to your home, or having to wait 5 years in order to sell your home to avoid paying back the down payment assistance program that allowed you to get into the home 100% financed. Okay, so now that we've covered all of the mortgage programs, let's go ahead and talk about the home equity lines of credit as well as the home equity loans. Okay, first we'll talk about Navy Federal's fixed rate home equity loan. The max loan amount is $500,000, and you can borrow up to 100% of your home's equity. That is amazing. Someone please comment below if you know of any other 100% home equity programs, because I personally don't know of any, but I am curious to find out. Okay, so Navy Federal's home equity loan has no closing costs, no application fees, no origination fees, and the rate will be fixed and serviced for the life of the loan. You can get an APR as low as 7.34% at the time of me shooting this video, and you can use the money for whatever you want. Now, you still do have to qualify for the loan, and I'm talking about income docs, work history, good credit, and no negatives, but still 100% equity is wild, and I am still in awe of Navy Federal's generosity. Okay, last but not least is Navy Federal's home equity line of credit. With convenient access to funds via a credit card, you could borrow up to 95% of your home's value. With a max loan amount of $500,000, you get to enjoy a 20-year draw period followed by a 20-year repayment period. And again, you could use the funds for whatever you want because the line of credit is going to be secured by your home. Now, Navy Federal's home equity loans and lines of credit are great for debt consolidation because they have great rates in comparison to Chase, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America. Okay, I think I'm done talking about mortgages and home equity programs. Let me know in the comments, did you enjoy the video, and which one was your favorite home loan program? And if you're not a member of Navy Federal, I suggest joining as soon as possible so that you can take advantage of their amazing benefits. And to all the military members out there, thank you for your service. If there's anything that I could do to make your life easier, please let me know. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you on the next video.